Hi everybody and welcome back. In the next couple of lectures we're going to look at how to work with specific parts of a list. So we've seen how to work through all the elements of a list, but did you know that you can also work with a specific group of items within a list? Well, no you didn't, because I haven't explained that to you yet, and that's what this lecture is all about. Python calls this specific group a slice. So think of your whole list as a full pizza, and we only want to work with part of that list, so we only want to work with one slice. To make a slice, you specify the index of the first and last elements that you want to work with. As with the range function, Python stops one item before the last index you specify. So let's first create a list of names and then print out a specific group. So here's my list of names. You can create your own. I just copied this from an earlier lecture, but you can enter in any names that you want. So let's print out a specific group. So print, and obviously we're working with the list name, so print from names. Now, open and close square brackets, 0 to 2, and let's see what that gives us. It gives us Tony and Deirdre. So as we said, it stops before the last one. So you would expect it to go 0, Tony, 1, Deirdre, 2, Senan. But it doesn't. It stops before the last number that we specified, which was 2, which would be Senan, so it gives us 0 and 1. What if we wanted the middle two names from our list? Well, let's have a look at how we would do that. Print 1 to 3. Don't forget your open and closing brackets. That shouldn't be there, and run. Oh, error. Where's that error? I didn't tell it what list to take it from, and we're taking it from names. There we go. Deirdre and Senan. I hope you can understand these names. They're Irish names, Deirdre and Senan, so hopefully they make sense to you. If you want to save yourself some time typing, you can leave out the first index in a slice. Python will automatically start the slice at the start of your list. And how does that look? Print names, open and close square brackets, colon 3. What does that give us? Tony, Deirdre, Senan. Perfect. You can do something similar when you want to create a slice that includes the end of a list. So let's have a look. Print names, open and close square brackets, 2, colon, and run that. Senan and Carol. It gives us the last 2. Looks good, looks good. This syntax allows you to output all of the elements from any point in your list to the end, regardless of the length of the list. So it's very handy. If we had a list of millions of users, we could use print usernames or print names, 2, colon, close square brackets. And that would tell us the last 2 people in the list. So it doesn't matter how big the list is, we can get the last 2 or the last 5 or the last 10. We've mentioned previously that a negative index returns an element a certain distance from the end of a list. So this means you can output any slice from the end of a list. So what if we wanted to output the last 3 names that have registered for our app? Well, we go print names, open and close square brackets, -3, colon. And let's see what that gives us. Lovely. Last 3 names that have registered. So there are some great ways to print out specific items from our lists. In the next lecture, we'll look at how we loop through a slice to make things even easier and quicker for yourselves. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next lecture.